everybody. Today is October 9th, and I just wanted to do a little check-in in this studio vlog because it's been quite a whirlwind of activity the first 9 days of October. You will have seen in the September vlog that I finished off the month at a retreat, and then I came right back and then jumped into prep for the culture crawl that I was a part of in the city that I have my studio in. So I was there for I set up on the 1st, I set up on the Friday, I finished it, and then I was there all day Saturday, all day Sunday, chatting with people. In the end, I chatted with about 142 people and went to the opening for the little art exhibit that they held at a local gallery. And fingers crossed, I think the piece that I put in there has sold. I'm just waiting for payment. So it went really well. I talked with a lot of great people. But I have to say that it's been a bit crazy, just in terms of the pace of trying to do these things. And I'm really glad that I went to the retreat. I had a really great time, but I also feel like it added a layer of stress. There was also something going on behind the scenes in my life personally, so that was also super stressful, and that I will be sharing eventually as well here. So it's just been a lot, and I'm trying to catch up this week. So I went to the studio yesterday. I was there for probably 4 hours, and then I came home and submitted a travel grant for an opportunity. And I can't remember right now if I have already mentioned this to you, but I am going to be going to Indiana, Fort Wayne, Indiana, for a exhibition and a short residency, which is really exciting and wonderful, but also timing wise will be very tricky with what's coming up personally in December. And so it's just been, I really didn't expect the end of 2024 to be as chaotic as it has been. My kids have also been sick constantly. So both of them were sick a few weeks ago, within a week of each other and home. And then they recovered. And now one of them was sick a few days ago, and now the other one is sick again. So it's like they just keep getting sick, which was very typical because last year it was really similar. I don't know why this is happening exactly. Obviously they're growing. We're trying to make sure they're getting enough sleep and getting enough vitamin C and all those things that keep you healthy. But it's also a matter of a world that seems to have really strong viruses that are just going on the attack constantly. And so yeah, we're just trying to roll with it. Also really busy schedules, theater, rugby, exercise schedules for everyone. It's busy right now. So in terms of what's going on in my art, I'm just my studio is still like a safe space. I didn't chat to you from the studio yesterday because there was someone working in the communal area just outside my little office walls, and I didn't want to talk with her right there. So I also forgot my earbuds, my headphones, so I couldn't listen to music. I kind of put it on very, very low and watched a few things and listened, but it wasn't like if I would have had my headphones, I would have probably been happy to be there, even if someone was in the communal area. So I'm continuing to work on the letters for the O Canada quilt, which is going to take me a long time because there's a lot of letters. So I'm just plugging away at that. I'm finishing up, my sister doesn't really watch these vlogs, I don't think, but I'm finishing up a birthday present for her, which I hope to have the stitching done on by the end of this weekend, and then I'll take it into the studio next week and do the edges and the sleeve and get it ready to send to her. Her birthday is at the beginning of November. And I'm also continuing to work on the piece for the museum exhibit in February. And I'm just waiting on hearing about the community art piece, because if they do want to go forward with that project, I do have to start working on the panels for that pretty soon as well. I'd like to have them all done before I go to Indiana. I haven't purchased the tickets yet, but I am looking at a trip that would go from January 2nd to January 8th. Yeah, so that is the plan. And it feels like the fall, like I'm trying to enjoy these quieter weeks as much as possible, because because my kids are sick all the time, I constantly feel like I'm fighting off some sort of a virus, even though I haven't succumbed to anything at this point. Last year I had, I think, 4 colds, which was more colds than I usually get in the span of 3 years or 4 years, let alone 4 in 1 year. So maybe, knock on wood, the universe is saying, well, you got sick so much last year, we won't get you sick this year. But I am not going to hold my breath on that one, because, like I said, I think viruses right now are strong. And if you're even a little bit run down or have any sort of stress in your life, it's just going to be easier for those viruses to get you. So just trying to keep my exercise going, which had definitely fell off as well, my exercise routine while I was away on the island. And then last week I did not get it back on track. So last night I did my weights. Today I'm doing my yoga this morning. And then I did a walk on Tuesday, and I'm doing a walk tomorrow on Friday with a friend. So back on track with that, which is really good. So that's just my little update for today, to let you know what's going on. And I will share some more studio updates as they come. Hey everyone, good morning. It is Tuesday, October 15th, and halfway through the month. Can't believe it. It has been just a lot. And I wanted to check in with you. I'm here in the studio. There's no one else here today, so I'm actually able to chat to you a little bit. So what's happening today? Today I have a meeting with my friend Jen from Indiana. We are going to be chatting about our show coming up in January and our residency in Indiana, which is very exciting. So chatting about that, working out some details, just catching up on our lives. And I'm also going to be working on finishing up this piece for my sister. So I got this done over the weekend. I'm going to put the edges on it. I'm going to put the sleeve on it. I'm going to put the label on. So that will be done. I'm also going to be working on the last symbol for the memory quilt, and I'm going to be creating more letters. I'm going to take this down and put up the memory quilt. This doesn't really need to be there until I'm ready to start putting the letters on or squaring it off and doing the edges, which I may do at the same time as I'm doing the memory quilt edges. And that may happen this week, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, but we'll see. And I am feeling pretty focused today, which is really nice, because I felt very fuzzy headed. The other thing is I have this canvas, it's a pretty thick canvas, and I am going to be wrapping a piece around this canvas to donate to a fundraiser. And this fundraiser is for a local to New West, where my studio is, Native Art Resource Center that is newly being opened up by an artist named James Groening. His native name is Blue Sky, and he is an artist that I'm quite familiar with, because I worked with him at the museum, not directly through someone else, but we worked with him at the museum collectively. And he's opening this Native Resource Center, and he is looking for donations from artists for his fundraiser to get the space set up for people to come to. So I'm supporting him in that. And so I'm going to be taking this piece and finishing it and wrapping it around that canvas to donate for the fundraiser, which is November 7th. So busy, definitely what is happening is that life has slowed down a tiny bit. Life is always kind of busy, but it's slowed down enough that I can focus on art things this week without feeling completely pulled in a lot of directions, which is ideal. So that is my check-in for this morning, and I will try to remember to film some of what I'm doing today so you can see it, and I'll check in with you again later. Hi everybody. I just wanted to do a little check-in today on the studio vlog. Oh goodness. The world feels very overwhelming at the moment on so many levels. I was at the studio yesterday. I didn't go on Monday because we had a plumbing issue in the house and I was waiting for someone to come and assess, which happened, and so now I'm still waiting for the actual plumber to come to fix the issue, but at least we're able to fully use our kitchen, so that's good. There's a lot that I just got confirmation from the museum that I have pieces going into in February that they have decided to fund my community art project, which is very exciting. It means quite a substantial income from doing that for me in the new year. So what that means essentially for my work is that I'm finishing the piece for that show right now. Once that piece is done, I need to do the writing because I have to submit a kind of a write-up that will go on a panel that will hang with the pieces. And then I need to create the panel pieces that will hang on the wall and that will have the community contributed little art parts added to it during the course of the exhibition. So yeah, I'm actually excited because I'm using this as kind of a way to template my community projects. This will be the first time that I'm doing one that that's not exactly true. I did one in 2017, 2018, and it was the whole project took about 8 months. And this one will be shorter than that, and there will be less sessions that I'll be facilitating through it. But I'm interested to see, like, in terms of how long it actually takes me to make these panels. So, like, going and making the panels, pre-making them, I gave myself a time amount. I think it was 2 days straight. I think it's about 16 hours. I think that's how much I did. So I'm hoping that I can actually produce them that quickly because I want to try to stick to the time that I gave myself as much as possible because I obviously worked out an hourly rate for that to be paid. But if I do go over, it'll be a good way to assess for future projects how long I actually need to make something of this nature. So I'm going to just count my hours and keep track of how much time it actually takes me to do this project and then see how much I got paid for and then see if I need to adjust for any future community art projects I may have. So I am very excited about it. I'm not exactly sure. I'll probably be sharing my personal news with you in next month's studio vlog. So yeah, probably the November studio vlog or maybe December. So November, December, you will find out the personal news going on behind the scenes that is definitely making just everyday life more intense. We're actually in a holding period right now, so it's not even anything very active, just a lot of mental preparation and yeah. So, I'm not sure if I mentioned that I sold a piece. I sold a piece during the art crawl, and it was the one that was in the gallery. So I'll put a little picture here so you can see it. And so I also am donating a piece to a new foundation that is in my community where my studio is, called the Native Art Renaissance Gallery and Learning Center. They're doing a fundraiser with donated artwork from artists. And I felt like it was really important to support this organization. I especially want to support Indigenous artists and Indigenous people's reconciliation, truth and reconciliation. So, it was kind of a no-brainer for me to contribute a piece. So I put a piece together for that, and that will be going on. The sale will be in November. Yeah. So that is my update for you. I don't know if I'm going to talk to you camera at the studio. I don't think I'm burning out on video making. I just feel quite frazzled these days, like just kind of all over the place. So I think that's just reflecting in my videos and in any of the content that I'm producing. It feels very, I feel frazzled and I feel I've been noticing that I've been doing some numbing and avoiding of tasks and procrastination. And so yesterday I kind of forced myself to sit in how I was feeling and feel the feelings and process the feelings and not numb myself. And that was good, but it's intense, right? It's not easy to let yourself feel the feelings that are coming up all the time. Sometimes you just want to not feel them. And so I've definitely been doing that off and on over the last few weeks. So that is my update for you. It's not very exciting. I am still also working on the O Canada piece and doing all the letters. I love making the little letters. It's so much fun. It's just this very repetitive task, but it's just so satisfying to have this little letter when you're done. So I was thinking, oh man, can I make more pieces with little letters? There is actually another piece in this series that I was planning to do with text. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do it the same way. And I'm leaning that I do, but it's a bit more wordy, or I was planning to do it with a different style of text. So I'm not sure how well that will translate into the little letters, but we can always try, can't we? So yes, that is my update for today. And I will check in with you again when I have more to share. Hey everyone, today is October 27th, 28th, it's Monday. I seem to be the only one in the studio space today working on my little letters. So over the weekend, or the end of last week and over the weekend, I finished H and U. Now I'm doing A. There's a lot of A's. There's like 12 A's, so I'm working on those. Right now I'm just cutting these little slits in the sides so that when I fold them over, it makes a smooth line, especially on the corners. You want it to be smooth. So that's what I'm doing. I just thought I would catch you up on what's going on. So right now I'm doing a lot of procrastinating in terms of my admin. I have a ton of admin. I haven't sent out a newsletter in 2 months. I have several proposals that I want to start writing. I have to purchase the ticket to go to Indiana. I haven't done that. I just am feeling a sense of overwhelm, which is making me procrastinate and avoid. It's also the week of Halloween. So obviously that's a busy time. I have a few obligations. Our community does a community celebration for Halloween, so I need to pick up some gift cards for prizes, and I think that's the only thing I have to do until the actual night of Halloween, and and then I have to go like help set up decorations and serve hot dogs and hot chocolate to people. And so yeah, it's my kids, one of them is not trick-or-treating, one of them is trick-or-treating but bought his own costume, and neither of them are actually going to be part of our community celebration. They're both going to friends' houses. So this is a new thing. Like, we actually did carve pumpkins on the weekend. Just my younger son and I carved the 2 pumpkins that I got. So it's really changing. There's a lot of shift in our kind of family dynamic around holidays, and I'm trying to adjust to that. I feel a little bit sad about it, a little bit nostalgic for like how it used to be, but I also feel like they're both, becoming who they are and becoming you know, they're just growing up. And so these are the things that happen when kids grow up, and you just kind of have to, you know, do your best to adapt as that's happening, and that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, so this week in terms of the studio, I think I'm coming, so I'm here today. I think I'm going to come tomorrow later in the day because I have a massage scheduled tomorrow and I need to go to the library in the morning, and then I have to be at my son's second to last rugby game tomorrow night, or tomorrow after school. It starts at 4. Wednesday I will definitely be here, and Wednesday is going to be like a full studio day. I don't want to have anything else on the plate. I just want to get here as soon as possible and work pretty hard. So I think Wednesday will be the day that I edge this and edge the other piece. I've been waiting for ages because I have to set up my second table in the space, and it takes up quite a bit of the space. So I've been waiting to do that until I had a good full day. So probably tomorrow, before I leave the studio, I will set up the table, I will get everything ready, and then I'll come in Wednesday morning and edge both the pieces and get that completed on those. And then I think for Friday I have errands I'm doing, so I won't be in the studio, and Thursday is going to be forcing myself to do some admin. I do yoga in the mornings on Thursday, and then I have to force myself to get some of this admin done because it's kind of ridiculous how long it's been since I've been doing it. So that's my plan. That is that. Working on the A's. I have both red A's and white A's. There's also probably some black ones. Actually, I didn't check that, so maybe I need an extra one. But yes, that is the update for the studio. Hey everyone, today is Wednesday. It's my full studio day, and I am right now just finishing up. I didn't take any video this morning, but anyway, it's fine. I am working on the edges for this. This is the piece I'm now going to call Anthem, ? Which is going to have all the little letters put in onto these squares. Onto these squares. And I was also working on this piece, and I've started the edges on this one as well. So I just need to fold these over and put those down, and then attach the others, and then I'm going to take my big table down. So right now I'm going to eat my lunch, and then I'm going to sew down the yellow edges and then put on the new ones, and then get this table, the second table, taken down because it really makes the space feel much more cramped. Okay, so that's my update for now.